Hello! In this video, I'm going to go over my entire workflow for this Chicken Mech army animation project. If you haven't seen the final result yet, make sure to check that out first because obviously there will be spoilers ahead. But with that being said, let's get to work. I modeled entirely in Blender. I used a mid-poly workflow instead of a high-poly workflow. So I started with a low-poly model and then built a mid-poly on top of that using the bevel modifier in Blender and floaters to create nice details to bake into the normal map later. Baking and texturing happened in Substance Painter. The goal was to create stylized textures while still sticking to PBR theory, finding a balance between exaggeration and hyperrealism. Substance Painter is perfect for that because it allows me to procedurally build up my materials. For example, I used a lot of gradients in my base color and roughness map to get me those nice hue shifts and roughness variations. After that, I went on to rigging, my favorite part, also done completely in Blender. I was used to rigging in Maya, so it took me some time to get used to it at first, and I still prefer Maya for more complex rigs, but Blender is still pretty cool for simple rigs like this. Animation was also done completely in Blender, and I must admit, I had a little too much fun with this. I rendered my animations with Eevee. The results I got from Blender Eevee worked perfectly for the stylized look I was aiming for. Then compositing happened in After Effects. But I still felt like something was missing, so I hand animated some 2D effects in Adobe Photoshop. I really enjoyed just shutting my brain off, listening to some music, and just freely drawing some nice particles and dust clouds. Since I already had some practice before, I didn't really have to overthink it much anymore. Then I gave those 2D effects some final finishing touches in After Effects, like adding some extra glow and faked motion blur. I pasted those all together with the renders, and I also decided to add some slight camera shake to my shots using the wiggle effect to give the action more impact. And then finally, montage and sound design happened in Premiere Pro. But since I couldn't quite find the right sounds, I manufactured some sounds by myself in GarageBand. And in the end, with all that work combined, I got to this result. Thanks for watching.